What's good, YouTube? Today we are on a whole different platform. Today we are over here using PowerPoint. Tis I, your absolute coach. I know I was missed. Happy belated holidays. I hope it was all good. And today's lesson, we are going to go over how to discriminate. Now, before y'all want to get mad and say, why are we talking about discrimination? We need to talk about this. Who to discriminate, why we're over here discriminating, how to tell, and then of course we're going to conclude like we always do in an absolute manner. So to begin, who are we discriminating against? And of course when we talk about discrimination, because we were all raised in schools, the first thing that comes to mind is black people being discriminated back in the day. But we are not talking about victims. Next is body shaming. We're not going to be over here body shaming and hussy shaming either. So who are we discriminating against? It is all of America. We are talking about discriminating against activity versus inactivity. And here are some examples. You have this couple right here running. That is what you call activity. Then you got Fatso over here with the remote controller taking a nap. That is what you call inactivity. One is trying to better their physical fitness. The other one is trying to catch up on their sleep when they haven't been doing anything at all. Next, we got somebody who is reading a book. I cannot stress enough. This is why I'm on here on this absolute channel trying to tell y'all. Y'all need to make sure you read books and read articles. Because the problem these days is that the youth, especially the youth, they want to watch CNN News, Fox News, want to get the news from social media and have that justify how they interpret the world. That is the wrong way, and that is very diluted. And then you have inactivity. This guy is obviously caught up in the media. He's caught in the matrix of the video game. He can't escape. This is what you call addiction. A lot of time we need to just pick up a book for once in our life and be like, okay, let me educate myself. Let me learn something from this book. And then lastly, financially. We have this young lady right here saving money. And what I really loved about this image was the fact that she has labels on each jar of what she's saving for. Right here you see her saving for her education. And again, look at the lady reading the book. Education is so important. And I cannot stress it enough on this absolute channel. And then, you know, a lot of you will be like, why you got to put a homeless guy? I put him there because of the sign. Once I was like you. You were, sir. Yes, you were. He had the same opportunity this young lady had to try to focus on education, try to focus on those monthly payments. You know, a lot of us, we want the unnecessary these days, especially the young people. Why on earth are you trying to get a Hellcat that you know you can't pay the monthly bill for? It's a bad idea, because Lord forbid you miss one of them payments. Whew, now you are in debt. So why are we discriminating? And the reason why is because we have our own goals, our own targets we need to hit. And if we allow people who are not going to uplift us into our lives, all that's going to happen is, and I'm going to make a YouTube video on this next in the future, peer pressure. Peer pressure is one of the most powerful things on the planet. And if we allow people into our lives and we don't discriminate carefully enough on the people that I would consider losers in life, if we do not discriminate against them, what happens is they're going to pull us down. Like I was explaining to somebody the way I view friendship. For males, especially males, a lot of us view friendship like a competition, especially me. I have two close people that I consider two of my greatest friends. One of them I'm in competition with, and the other one displayed loyalty beyond belief, and I have a lot of respect for him. But the one in competition, I used to have some people I consider friends, but then they fell off the path they needed to be on. So what does that lead me to? Picture it like a race. They were ahead at one point, then we were both at the same speed, and then now I'm getting ahead while they're falling behind. Now you have a choice. Are you going to fall behind with them, or are you going to keep going ahead to your own destiny? When you're absolute, you have the answer to that question. So now I get to tell y'all how to tell activity from inactivity. And the common thing said, I don't hear it enough. I'm living in the moment. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not going to live in the moment with you. I need to go do my own thing. Because when you ask somebody, what's your plans? What are you doing in life? And they say, oh, I'm just living in the moment. Avoid them at all costs. Avoid them like the plague. Because all they are going to do is bring you down, and you do not want that. And then next, I don't know what I want to do. And I'm going to talk about that on the next slide. And then when you ask them, do you have goals? And their reply is no. They're not like you. Stop hanging out with people who are not like you. And that's a grammar mistake on me. And then next, what else too? But what is your plan today? And they say, I don't have plans. Well, you need to get some. Because the thing you need to plan is to get away from them and go continue on whatever else you need to do to get closer to your destiny. So this is the problem I have. The problem I have, especially in this generation, is why does this young kid have a better reply to what do you want to do when you grow up, what do you want to do today, than these young adults here? And I'll tell you why. They have allowed the inactivity to permeate all through their lives. Always TikToking, always wanting to be on Instagram. They want to see what, Blueface is up to these days. They want to be all caught up in the Diddy investigation and Jay-Z investigation. When you have the time, go ahead and do that. But when you make the time and allow all your time to be centered on other people's lives, you're not allowing yourself to live. I cannot stress this enough. Discriminate against these people. Discriminate against them. Because it is terrible that the young youth, 5 and below, probably even older at times, they have a better answer to what they want to do when they grow up than, let's say, kids who decide to take a lazy gap year from college, or kids going back to live with their parents. What do you want to go do? Oh, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. You are 20-something years old and you're still trying to figure it out? Get away from them at all costs. That is a terrible idea. And especially the older they are past 20, no. They are going to hit you with that plague of inactivity, and you will barely escape it if you do escape it. So, like I always say, discriminate absolutely. You need to get them out of here. And when you do this, you're going to see benefit in your life. You're going to get to your goals faster. It may be lonely, but sometimes loneliness is necessary. Sometimes it is. There are times when I could have hung out with friends, and I've told this story many times. I had some pothead friends I wanted to go hang out with, and I thought they were cool people. But then when they tried to get me on that path of trying to be potheads like them, and I said absolutely not, it led me to be lonely, and then it led them to ask me for workout advice. Hey, how did you get so buff? Hey, you want to hang out? You want to go to the gym together? No, I do not. No, I don't. Because you want to sit over here and shame me for not wanting to be a pothead, while I always remain absolute. Guys, I really hope you gained something from this quick video. I always try to preach on here for y'all to be better. I hope you're sharing this with friends, loved ones, people you always want to be better. And guys, with that, like, share, subscribe, and as always, remain absolute.